Hey friends, Steven here again with another installment of SCBGs, or Steven Cigar Box Guitars. Today we're working on a Cohiba red dot box. I've already drilled the sound hole in it. Of course, we notched it a little bit earlier and stuff. Now this is being built for my buddy Tim down at Thick Ash Cigar down in Noonan, Georgia, who gives me a lot of these cool boxes and stuff. And I'll just show you what we've done so far. Obviously, we've notched the box, cut the hole in it. Still got to come in here and glue a couple of posts in here to put a screw in it and stuff to secure the top down once we get it done. Just the neck on it so far. It's a really cool looking piece of cedar that came out of a footboard of an old bed. It's got some pretty good character, and I obviously haven't routed the back yet. I've still got to mark it for the headstock and stuff. I have cut my back angle in it and cut my relief here where the top will vibrate against it and all. Top on this thing's kind of thick. I don't know how it's going to vibrate, but it should have a nice deep tone to it and stuff. Got another one of these fretboards from MGB Guitars down in Florida, and it's a nice little. It's going to be a 19 fretter. I'm going to leave a little bit of room. I've got a stamp cone where I can actually put a logo on the top and stuff eventually, so that's kind of cool. But it will have a nut retainer here, typical jumbo fret. This one's going to have a fixed ridge, one of these guys on it down here, and should be pretty cool. The next few minutes, I have got to set my fretboard up here where it goes down in the box. Mark it really well, because I've got to come off and cut this down to 5/8 of an inch from here up for the tuners to go through and drill the holes and stuff in it. Obviously, there's a lot more sanding on it, some old finish I gotta get cleaned off of the thing and stuff like that. Probably not gonna do a lot of the finish of this one, than just oil the fretboard, and probably just gonna go back with some tung oil or maybe some shellac or lacquer and spray this one, just get it nice and shiny where it matches the box. Because I'm thinking the nice cedar color up against this, I'm hoping that's going to look good and stuff, and all against the wood on the top of it, and the fretboard to match the black stripe on it. Hope it'll be really pretty. That's pretty much what we're working on this one right now. I will pause the video for a second. When we come back, you'll see a little more progress. Okay, guys, here I'm back again and all. I have put me on a piece and got it clamped to where I'm going to fix it for the pickup where I messed up. I have ran it through the router, started right here, and brought it up to here. Still got to do some finish sanding once it's all said and done before we clear coat it and all. I'm probably going to coat it with some lacquer or something like that. But for now, I'm going to clamp this thing in a vise and kind of show you how we want to glue it. Clamp it in a vise just to hold it still. I've already sanded this just a little bit and got it ready for some glue. I want to be pretty liberal with the glue and not stupid where it's not running out. I generally run me a couple of beads down through here. That tends to be enough. This is the messy part of it. So you want to get all the way up the edges. We don't have any lifting or anything once it sets. Got a nice even coat on it and stuff. That's why I want gloves on, where you don't get it all over every stinking thing in the world. I've got it where I can line it up with this edge down here. First, I want to get on there like that and put something on the top of it to help clamp it. Also gets it clamped a little straighter and stuff. These guys, these are temporary. These are not used to hold it down. These are not anywhere near good enough to hold it down. These are just good enough to kind of put it here and line it up, because it's going to move as soon as you clamp it. But these are loose enough. They allow me to move it around and line it up really well. Got that in pretty good shape. I got these two guys we're going to put on here. And then finally, have our string retainer. It does need a tiny bit more glue on it. Thankfully, I have plenty of extra here. And I know this ain't exactly the greatest thing in the world, but hey, it's working, you know. Anyway, got a piece of wood against it to protect it. Got something to hold the thing down. It's good and straight. Pretty happy with that. Okay. Anyway, guys, got it clamped in the vise here, so it's held here. Got 4 clamps on this thing. Use this for kind of a caul to help hold it down and stuff and even out the pressure. They make a really cool aluminum clamping caul for it and stuff. I don't have one yet, as the budget allows. That will probably be added to the collection. Got the neck pretty well done. Got it sanded on the back. I'm about to take this guy off of here, spray some clear coat on the back of it. Not gonna do much with the fretboard other than just oil it. and stuff like that. When we come back again, I will have the 2 little pieces glued into here, and hopefully the screw's ready. I'm going to do that and clamp it and let it sit for a while after I spray the neck. Then we'll come back and put the tuners on it, put the bridge on it. I've already marked a spot here. I shot the little laser level thing or whatever. I'm going to put the back of the bridge on for the strings, and hopefully we'll have something there, but I've got to wait till I get the top on it secured pretty good before I put those screws in. But that's really about it. Probably just going to put a hook in the top of this one and maybe one in the back for like a string or a strap or whatever. Not really going to put strap buttons on this. Pretty simple build, pretty clean build and all. But hopefully the next will be close to putting this thing together and getting ready to play, and we'll plug it in and see how it sounds. The next over here, I sprayed 1 coat of shellac on it and all, just some simple little spray can shellac and all. I use shellac, sometimes I'll use lacquer, just whatever I've got, whatever I'm working on. And also, we always talk about whenever you got the inserts out of your boxes, people give to you, stuff like this, it'd normally be useless. I don't know what it is, but it's a nice hard wood. And see the top of this thing, this little latch is kind of flimsy. And even when it's latched, the top on this thing kind of vibrates a little bit, and it's not a very straight latch. It's not going to hold together. So once you get your neck in there and all your electrics, you need this pressed down against the piezo and all that stuff. You need it to sound, stay really tight and sound good, not vibrate. So I cut a couple of pieces like this, and then a couple of clamps, and just glue them here in the corners like that. And before I finish doing everything else, I'm going to drill a hole from the inside where it'll be. That would be easy to put the screw in when it's all said and done. So when the neck's in here, you can tighten everything down and all that kind of stuff. Then it's all solid. It'll sound great. It's not going to do that. Once you get it down like that, it'll be nice and tight like it should be. It'll sound really good. Okay, quick update on Tim's Cohiba guitar. Obviously, we've got the hole cut. We've got the standoffs in here to hold the top down and stuff. Everything's notched and ready to go. Next, since we've seen them, got some shellac on it. Still got to rub it down and polish it once we get in there. Got the tuners installed. Didn't really show that because all you do is after you drill is pound these things in, put a couple screws in them. Nothing fancy about it. They're not expensive tuners or anything like that. I got everything glued, everything ready to go. I got it drilled out for the piezo here. Once we get the thing bolted in, we'll come back and kind of show how to glue that in and stuff. That'll be on the next little segment here. But run into one little problem. After I set that, I don't have the screws in it, just screw the neck in it. I'm going to have to take it back off because the problem I've got here is this is our jack for our piezo that was sitting here that we were about to glue in. Okay, see the thickness here? And here's the issue. See the thickness here I want to put on the end. So I'm going to have to take my Dremel and take out that little spot there I marked, and we'll come back. We'll talk about that a little more. So give me just a second. Here we're back on the bench. Got the neck bolted back in it. We can kind of see what's going on here. Got the piezo ready to go. Got my hot glue gun, so I'm holding the stick in my hand. Got the jack in here after we notched the body just a little bit. Really quickly, the piezos, turn it that way. Always the hot side is the center of it with the red, and the ground is on the outer edge of it when you're putting one in here. If you can see that, might have to zoom in on a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with the slowest to heat up hot glue gun ever made, I think. But I'll show you guys how we do this. So anyway, I'm having to hand feed this guy to get enough glue in here for my base. And I'm trying to really get this thing filled in good. But the glue gun really doesn't want to agree with me today. So anyway, got a pretty good base of glue in there. This guy over, I'm going to get it embedded in here in the glue. So you got that in there. And you want a good airtight little bond between that and the top of it. And basically to get the best sound out of it. So I am going to flow a little more glue in it. It's finally starting to work good for me. That should be probably more than enough. Okay. Now it's extremely hot and it's acting right, but I'm putting the thing. Okay. These are some old cigarette papers. I have no idea how old they are. I mean, OCB, I have no idea. I'm not a smoker, so I don't know. But these things are really old. But hey, we're filling a cigar box. Why not use tobacco-based stuff, right? Kind of neat. Basically, all this is in here for is to sandwich between the body and that where the glue doesn't flow out on the body. That way it doesn't glue the thing shut and we can get it back open to work on it. So all I'm going to do for now is put that down. These little finish washer, these screws will be in it when it's completely finished. So I'm going to screw these down real quick. Alrighty, well, we are back with it. I have soldered the pickup in it. Obviously got the bridge on it, it alternates really well, it sounds good, not a lot of tilt in the bridge there. Got the tailpiece on it, strap buttons. Obviously the jack is in it now where we can plug cord up to it. I have not played this thing through the amp yet, so we're going to be guinea pigs together. String spacing turned out well, nothing's touched anywhere. Like the string height is pretty nice on it. It is tuned in open G, so G, D, and G. Obviously you can tune in open E if you wanted to, or in E, B, and E. Either way it'll sound good, and pretty much anywhere you play it's going to sound nice. And so you got an open G, of course a C, and then a D. So you can play pretty much any bluegrass song, you know. Anyway, you get the picture. Sounds nice open. Resonates really well. Sustains pretty nice on it and stuff. So we're going to turn this thing on, see how it sounds. Piezo pickup's not going to have a ton of output. Obviously going to have to go to humbucker or single coil up here to get a lot of sound. But the little thing does what it does, and it sounds nice, not very dirty. This is a little 1 watt tube amp. It's and I believe it's an AX84 preamp into it. No, nothing special. Turn it up wide open, you get a little dirt out. It's just a volume, master volume, a tone, a little bright knobs, a homemade circuit a friend of mine designed several years ago that we built. Let's turn on with big guinea pigs together. Give it a second, let the amp warm up a little bit. Game, I use this as a game on about 5. The amp's wide open. The tone's on about 9. Let's see. I'm just playing around. Obviously, I don't know any chords on this thing hardly other than just. Sounds pretty good. My slide before. Turn everything all the way up on this guy. Kick that down just a little bit, but sounds pretty nice. With a slide on it, let's see. Let my terrible playing reflect on the sound of the guitar, so it sounds pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. Thank you guys for sticking with me this long and watching the video and checking it out. If it's something you guys interest me or some of the other boxes that we've looked at, let me know. I'll be glad to build one for you. We can discuss pricing, all that elsewhere. There are links to the Facebook page, and Messenger is the easiest way to get a hold of me at SCBG or Steven Cigar Box Guitars on Facebook. Also see us at SCBG on the gram as well. We'll put up a few pictures of the workbench, some stuff we're working on. Won't be anything surprising, maybe some links to some other guys' pages and stuff like that. But, you know, just the typical content. Obviously, people are playing one of those things, tearing it up, playing it well. I'm going to put up pictures of other folks that I can't do. Anyway, thanks for looking at this far. You know, as always, give us a like, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit it, because it definitely helps me out and helps push these things a little bit better and push the hobby, and hopefully I can start to make a few dollars here and there to keep building these things now, because they're not super expensive, but still not that cheap. But anyway, again, thanks a lot. I am out, and I will see you guys in the next video.